Welcome back to Unpaid Film Critic. As you can see, we check to my Instagram story. I will be doing Dan Trachtenberg's Prey, which is basically a predator film. Now it's called Prey because it shows a Comanche tribe, and it shows on how they would react to a predator invasion. Very interesting watching it all. The cinematography is great. I love him. He did the original one, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But I think that he did that because he does an excellent job doing a predator film. This is, I think, the second best Predator film I've seen. I have seen the original one, so I will be doing an original review for the original Predator soon. I just gotta rewatch it to make sure I remember it well. But getting back to Prey, I thought Prey was excellent. The way it was filmed, the cinematography was brilliant. Just seeing the wildlife and watching all of them do their daily things, and then seeing the Predator just start hunting. But watching the Predator hunt in this film, it's very interesting because he doesn't start going off with them first. He starts stumbling. You don't see him kill. You see the after effects of him. And then the Americans are like, what creature is doing this? What creature is doing it? And they don't know. And then watching the Predator just interact with them is very interesting. There's many violent kills in this film. A lot of killing is done by the Predator himself. Now, the Predator himself, he's going up against everyone, but everyone is outmanned. He is this one Predator basically has an arsenal to himself. He has he's basically more feral from the original one. Like, he doesn't have a laser cannon on his shoulder, no. But he still has more advanced technology than the actual people who he's hunting. And that's very interesting. Watching them rely on their know-how of watching them use what they can find to kill it. It's very nice. Now, the only drawing I have on this is that it released right onto Hulu. Not even a short TV, not even a short theater release. Was totally cut it. Because this movie was great, alright? It was fantastic. I loved it, alright? I just wish it had a theatrical experience. And there is supposed to be there's supposed to be a dubbing of this that actually involves the Comanche's language, which I could not find on Hulu, but hoping they do have one day. I will rewatch it with the dubbing so it's more accurate to the time period, because the English kind of took me out of the time period a bit, but what can you do when you're on Hulu? Yeah, it's on Hulu, which sucks. That totally killed the film. I would wish for it to be in theaters because of all the scoring and everything. It's so well done. A lot of it is done when they actually had Native American, like, people who knew the Native American music, and they actually put it all together and put it out. Like, I think the guy who worked in Ubisoft, who worked on, I think, Assassin's Valhalla, I heard that he was like on a radio station one day, and I listened to him, and he was saying that how he was sound mixing for Prey, so I listened to I was listening to the soundtrack while I was playing, and it was excellent listening to how unique the sound was, but I just didn't hear that well because I was not in the theater. I wish it had a much more theatrical release. It is an excellent film, but please, it's on Hulu. So it kind of dequals in that quality, but it's still great. It's still one of my favorite horror movies of this year. But, yeah. And that's all I'm going to say about the film. It's really good, but it's on Hulu, so that's the only problem I have with it. Alright? I'm not saying anything else. It's a good film. Go watch it. But it's on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, you can watch it. And if you don't, just do the trial, watch the film, and then be done with it. That's all I gotta say. And then another film that I will be reviewing is a Jordan Peele horror film, which I watched last night. So that review will come out tomorrow, maybe, or the next day, depending on what I can scrounge up from watching it, and then and any like fun facts I find along the way. So I want to make sure when I'm watching it that it's really good. It's not a recent film. It's a film that came out a long time ago. It's one of his first films that he released. But it's really good. I'm going to review Jordan Peele next time. So, yeah.